the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We got the one and only Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. How you doing today?
Man, I'm blessed today, man. I know you got a good word this morning.
Thank you so much, Rick. I was watching that wonderful animated film by Disney called Soul, and there's a wonderful line in where the question is raised, what are you going to do with this new life, with the rest of your life that you are blessed to have? Because again, the main character had been given a new lease on life, another chance, though he thought he had died. His response was really wonderful. For the rest of my life, I'm going to live every day. I'm going to make the most of it. And that's the question I'm raising today. If this is the day the Lord has made, we're going to rejoice and be glad in it. The question is, well, what are you going to do with this day? What are you going to do for the rest of your life? I've made up my mind for the rest of my life. I'm going to make the most of each moment. I have only just a minute, 60 seconds in it, forced upon me. I can't refuse it, didn't seek it, didn't choose it, but it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it, give account if I abuse it.
Come on now.
Just a tiny little minute, but eternity is in it. You've got to make the most of every moment, but then if you want the rest of your life to be the best of your life, go ahead and do what Clay Evans and choir sang about. Make sure you say, for the rest of my life, I'm going to serve the Lord. Why? Because Muhammad Ali said that service is the rent we pay to occupy our time on earth. So make up your mind every day that you're going to serve people. You're going to make a difference. You're going to make an impact. What are you going to do with the rest of your life? Well, make the most of it. And you make the most of it by making the best of it by serving people who can never pay you back. What are you going to do with the rest of your life?
I know that's right. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. How can you be reached?
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes.
There it is. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Love you, Ricky. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. Here's Clay Evans for the rest of my life. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Well, I still can't get the church song out of my head for the rest of my life. Boy, I'm stuck.
One of the greatest, dog.
Boy, that's going to be in my head all day.
Come on,
Gary,
man.
say what?
Oh, no, I'm just listening, honey. I love that song, too, but Roxy saying, honey, it's stuck, but...
It's going to be in your head all day, Gary.
Yeah, I know, Ricky.
Did it tear you up when we played it?
Yes, you know I love that song.
I didn't know you liked that one.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I like a lot of gospel songs. What's her name? Crouch.
Andre,
what's her name?
Crouch. Sandra Crouch.
Yes, I love all her music, but I love a lot of gospel. You know, I grew up in the church, too. I just don't, put it on the flagpole like that because y'all start looking crazy and saying stuff.
That's scary.
12 minutes after the hour, y'all, the front page news is being brought to you by Indeed. Indeed helps find great hires fast. Indeed is your all-in-one platform for interviewing, screening, and hiring high-quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit. What up, Eva? Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, Gary. And good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, on this beautiful Wednesday morning with a quick look at your front page news. President Biden has canceled a planned trip to Chicago today to remain in Washington and to continue to work on negotiations trying to reach a deal with holdout moderate Democrats whose votes are needed to pass his $3.5 trillion Build Back Better plan. Meanwhile, during his testimony before the Senate Armed Services Committee yesterday, General Mark Milley, the chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff, called the 20-year war in Afghanistan a strategic failure. President Biden is being criticized after Milley said that he did not recommend withdrawing U.S. troops from Afghanistan. And last but not least, our forever First Lady and President are in the news. Michelle and Barack Obama, who held a groundbreaking ceremony yesterday for the Obama Presidential Center in Chicago's Jackson Park. The site is near the Obama family home, where Michelle was born and raised and where the former president began his political career on the South Side. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the Rickey Smiley Morningshow.com. Rock T, the sports genius. What's going down in sports?
WNBA playoffs continued last night. Chicago gets game 1 over Connecticut. Candace Parker dropped 22 points. Shout out to Courtney Vandersloot, the second triple-double in WNBA playoff history. Las Vegas gets game 1 from Phoenix, man. Let it continue. Boxing great, Manny Pacquiao, only 8 division champion in boxing history, announces his retirement. And you know what? I actually believe him this time, man. I think he's done with the sport of boxing. 62-8-2 career record, 39 knockouts, won 12 major world titles, only boxer to hold world championships across 4 decades, man. So Manny Pacquiao, it was fun watching you, big dog. LeBron James recently revealed that he received offers to play in the NFL from the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks during the 2011 NBA lockout. He said he would have actually tried out for to be a tight end if he decided to play. But LeBron would have been a problem in the NFL if he would have chose football over basketball.
Receiving another Terrell Owens.
Yes, sir.
Learn how to run. You know, he probably he might be the fastest in the NBA, I believe. I ain't never seen nobody run down the court that fast.
Well, he's probably one of the top 10 right now. In his earlier days, he was definitely the fastest. Yeah, he's a bad boy. Yes, sir. He could have had a phenomenal career in the NFL.
Right.
Indeed.
Sure. He should play though.
At this age?
Yeah.
Why not?
He can go out there and block.
He can go out there.
Screen pass, turn it upfield.
Yes, sir.
Man, LeBron, he'll do it.
Go do it, dog.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Easy.
You think Gary would have teach? Gary, you want to play?
What?
Yeah.
They don't have a loose end, but they got tight end.
I tell back.
His position got it better.
Baboon.
Okay.
Baboon.
Ricky. All right, y'all. Ricky, I don't know if you talked to your friend, but call her, please, Monique out there, saying that the Oscar winner, honey, winning actress and comedian, took to Instagram over the weekend, y'all. She showed off, baby, her new hairdo. And a lot of people are saying, ooh, Miss Monique, girl, please put on a bonnet. They told this girl, they said, put on one of those hair bonnets, girl, that you've been talking about, honey. Because they're saying this hairdo is a mess. Now, she's wearing a beautiful long ponytail and saying she's looking like a raccoon with Christmas balls wrapped around the hair. But I think it's a beautiful look, though,
like
honey.
it.
It's pretty. They say, but sure, she needs to put on one of those hair bonnets right now that she talked about. Because a lot of people saying,
they're gonna look to criticize her no matter what she wear. Anything she wear, if you go against, you always have that group of people that always have to go against the grain.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna do what's right. I'm gonna go this way, and it's them. It ain't
Just
nobody
to be
else.
different.
Yeah, just to be different for no reason, or just to speak out, just because you want to speak. People like that make me sick.
yes, honey.
Contrarians.
What you call them?
They're
They
contrarians.
make me sick to my damn stomach.
Yes, honey. So they say, honey, after she talked about, she
Nothing
raised
wrong with
honey,
her
about black women wearing hair bonnets and pajamas in public. They say, well, girl, you need to put on a hair bonnet right now. One of the ones that you talking about.
Yeah, these the same ones talking about they love R. Kelly music, and they music ain't got nothing to do with their raping children. What the difference is?
She does look good, and I love her
Yeah,
weight.
look good.
She lost her weight, and
amazing.
she looks amazing. She does, honey.
Yes.
So
She's not 20 years
congratulations.
old.
Yeah. So let's just keep in prayer that, that Monique keep wearing her hairstyle, honey, and keep hosting the Fall Back Comedy Jam at the Barclays Center in New York, Brooklyn, New York, to be exact. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is Adobe. On the high end, you say Adobe, and on the low end, you say beautiful reddish brown. That's your color for today. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, I can't wait to tell y'all who initiated the Fugees reunion. And I'm going to tell you all about it up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is time for the hot spot. Brett,
What?
good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. What is you laughing at?
Man, Roxy played a prank on his wife and didn't even record it. I'm so mad.
Ah, you got Crystal
Man,
Rocky.
man. We'll tell you about it, but it was planned, but it happened before it was supposed to be executed. Long story.
Oh, okay. I'll find out later then. Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'm your girl, Brad Tad, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. According to Pros, Lauryn Hill is the person that initiated this Fugees reunion. Now, he told Billboard it was kind of initiated initiated by Miss Hill, but the idea was floating around since last year. But you know, last year with the pandemic, nobody really knew which way the world was going. It happened organically. She reached out to Wyclef and then reached out to me, and I said, listen, if it feels right, let's see what happens. I really think the culture needed it, wanted it, so we're just giving them what they want. This is going to be a great show, and I cannot wait to see it. We just want to see Lauryn Hill on time.
Okay.
Always on time. And speaking of always on time, Ashanti has revealed that she is set to re-record her new album. I mean, her old album as a new album, her debut album, actually, Ashanti, which was originally released in 2002. The singer now owns the masters and will release it independently. She revealed on Tamron Hall, it's so surreal. I have an amazing legal team, and I got my first record deal when I was just 14 years old. So understanding and seeing how things have changed so much from then to now, and conceptually understanding what you're signing is so imperative. It's so important nowadays. The fact that I'll get to re-record my first album and put everything together. She spoke to, she talked about seeing Nelly at the Fat Joe and Ja Rule versus battle. She said, I really didn't expect it. I didn't know he was going to be there, honestly. So when I saw him kind of coming across the stage, I was just like, oh. And it was so weird because I haven't seen or spoken to him for over 6 years, and that was the first time in 6 years. So it was so weird. It was a weird feeling, she said. I wonder what that conversation was like. Go ahead, Ricky. What you think Nelly said to Ashanti? How he sound? What'd he say?
Hey, man, it's so good seeing you looking good. Taking good care of yourself. How everything? Keep in touch with me. Why y'all never hit me? I mean, look, hit me up sometime. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no hard feelings or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? You always got a friend over here.
And you know he ain't got nobody. He ain't with that girl no more. The other lady
he ain't?
with. No, they done broke up.
But see, he ain't trying to go back to Ashanti because it's a whole new generation of chicks.
You ain't right.
I'm trying to go back to somebody old. Man,
You want that old thing back?
Yeah, but you look on Instagram and see some more fires, man.
Yeah, but sometimes you don't want to, when you get older, man, you don't want nothing brand new, and you got to learn somebody all over again and spoon feed somebody and see what they like.
That's brand new, but they ain't brand new to somebody else.
You on TikTok, you will roll that day.
Yeah.
You know what? Oh, my God.
Some nice, successful women out here, man. You know, they got a nice little body and good attitude. But the thing about it is just having somebody with some good, beautiful, sexy, healthy, and good home training and not disagreeable.
And good energy.
Good energy.
Somebody that don't have their own brain. What you mean not disagreeable?
I'm just saying, you know, somebody always complicated and always want to argue about everything all the time.
Yeah, yeah. No,
nobody want that in the house.
But people are not going to always agree. But the arguing thing, Lord, no. We hate it. We all hate it.
Agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree. And meet in the middle, find a happy medium. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sometimes you got to sacrifice. Just do it, though, if that's what you got to do to
when
make peace.
When you going to release your song?
Which one?
The one that when you singing.
Oh, that was it wasn't a joke. It was a reference.
No,
I sang that for somebody to sing.
Okay,
to
why can't we play it?
Huh?
Can we play the song?
Kanye West is at it again. He has updated his album Donda on all streaming services, and he did remove Chris Brown from the song New Again. Kanye himself and the Sunday Service Choir have replaced Chris Brown, his vocals, with their own vocals. Meanwhile, Kanye done bought a bachelor pad in Antwerp, Belgium this week in celebration of being single after 6 years of marriage to Kim Kardashian. So I guess that's how you treat yourself. You buy your bachelor pad out in Belgium.
That
Come on
is a
now.
celebration.
Why
That's
do
a
you take
repass. You let all that booty go.
I don't know why he took Chris Brown out, but I remember not long ago, that's when Chris Brown was like,
called him a garden
Kanye
tool.
West a whole garden tool out here.
Yeah.
So I thought we knew that already, but I guess I don't know what happened.
Oh, you play too much.
He called him a whole hole.
A whole, not a piece of one.
All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on a whole garden tool. And coming up next, y'all, we got Rock T's HBC. You know who we repping today, Rock T's.
Man, we got a hybrid on this next
Take your
one, man.
your mouth from that microphone, Rock.
You want me to talk like this?
No, bro.
No,
now you trying to be funny.
What, like this?
I told you the other day, bro. We feel like we be sitting inside, sitting on one of your molars. We feel like we sitting on one of your molars when you be talking. Yeah, come to the next one, HBC. Yeah.
All right, let me back up. Here we go. We got a hybrid for you. You know what I'm saying? West Virginia State and Howard University, man. I'm going to explain it all coming up in the HBCU know. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Dr. Collier, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. Thank you so much for the opportunity to bring this information about the coronavirus to the listeners of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. So, Ricky, a couple of things that have been going on. All we've been talking about is getting people vaccinated and preventing them from getting the disease, but there hasn't been a lot of discussion about active treatment other than the infusion of the synthetic antibodies. Well, I mentioned months ago that they were working on oral medications to treat this, and there are at least 3 types of pills that are going to become available. These oral antivirals have the potential to not only curtail the duration of the COVID-19 syndrome, particularly long COVID, but also have the potential to limit transmission. So if somebody is in the house has been diagnosed, then the other people can take these medications and hopefully prevent them from catching it.
Oh,
so
really?
They're already oral, yeah. So oral antivirals are already essential treatments for infections that we're aware of, like hepatitis C and HIV. So these should be easily accepted. The most common one, the name that people know, is Tamiflu. It's been around for years now for the treatment of the influenza or when you catch the flu. It shortens the duration and the severity of the disease. So the medication developed to treat and prevent viral infections in people and animals, Ricky. Remember, a lot of zoo animals have been getting diagnosed with COVID, so it's going to be able to treat them as well. But it can be engineered to do 1 of 3 things. It can boost your immune system, much like vitamin D, to fight the infection. It can block receptors so viruses can't enter healthy cells, or it can lower the amount of active virus in the body, so decreasing your symptomatology and decreasing your ability to spread. So we're looking forward to seeing them. They're expected to be available early in the winter, so probably early December or January. And that's going to give us another weapon in our armamentarium because we're now in the COVID and the flu season. If you have not gotten your flu vaccine, get your flu vaccine. If you've gotten the COVID, you can get the flu at any time. There's no restriction on getting the flu vaccine. But I do recommend the same thing. Like I tell everybody, take your anti-inflammatory, Motrin, Advil, or Aleve, and your anti-histamine, Zyrtec or Zysol or Allegra to prevent you from getting side effects from getting the vaccine.
All right, y'all, let's go to the phone show with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
I've taken the first shot. I took the Pfizer. I'm due for my second shot October 7th. And now I was real nervous to do it anyway, but now I think I'm getting a little nervous to take the second shot. So what would happen if I don't take the second one?
You will not be considered fully vaccinated. You will have taken the first shot, boost your immunity without question, but without taking the second shot, you won't be fully immunized, so you won't get all the privileges that people that have been vaccinated have. You don't describe why you're having the vaccine hesitancy, but obviously you survived getting the first shot. So my recommendation would be to get the second shot so you'll be fully immunized. Just remember to do what I just stated. Take your antiviral and your anti-inflammatories, and you'll be good.
Young Dr. Collier, good morning.
My question is, my son had COVID. He's 14 years old. We got quarantined like maybe September 14th, but as of this week, he's been complaining about chest pains. When he's breathing, it hurt his eye. He did go to the doctor and his oxygen was 100, but the chest pains are not going away. Can you give me any more information on that?
Okay, he could be starting to develop some inflammation of the chest. This is a secondary component of the coronavirus. You are now negative for the actual infection, but you're having some symptoms associated with long COVID. And this can happen. It does happen. I would just take some anti-inflammatories at age 14. He can take Motrin, Aleve, Naproxen, etc., and possibly an antihistamine as well to help alleviate those symptoms. If he's not asthmatic, then it's not a problem. He's oxygenating at 100%, should be fine. But follow up with your primary care or your pediatrician.
All right, Dr. Collier, let them know how you can be reached.
I can be reached on all social media at Ask Dr. MJ. Follow me, and I'll follow you back on Facebook. Ricky, thank you so much for the opportunity once again. And these are the opinions of Dr. MJ Collier, not those of Rickey Smiley, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show cast or its production crew.
What's up? It is 6 minutes after the hour. Gary has the C and the galore of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Dr. Bill Cosby is speaking out, y'all. Now, they're saying Dr. Cosby has spoken out on the R. Kelly verdict, saying, y'all, that the singer was railroaded due to systemic racism. Now, Mr. Cosby's rep, Andrew Wyatt, told TMZ that the first thing he said was, look, the guy was railroaded. He continued, y'all, as he said that Miss Gloria Allred did the same thing that she did with him. You parade women out and you stir up the public sentiment to go against him. And that's what they did to R. Kelly, y'all. How do y'all feel about that?
Yeah, he might not want to speak.
Bill Cosby needs to be quiet.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, he that's how he feel and stuff. And, you know, I mean, I don't know.
Maybe my nerves bad too, Gary.
Yeah, it just made it bad, honey. So we're going to go home. Anyway, moving on, honey. R. Kelly's ex-wife, baby, Miss Drea, of 13 glorious years, y'all, says her heart breaks as a mother because this is now her children's legacy, and she discusses her life, y'all, of constant fear during their marriage, y'all. Now, they're saying R. Kelly's ex-wife spoke of a heartbreak for her children after the disgraced singer was convicted of multiple sex trafficking charges recently. Now, the R&B star, y'all, whose legal name is Robert Kelly, he was found guilty, we all know, of 9 counts, honey, in a Brooklyn federal court, including racketeering based on sexual exploitation of children, kidnapping, forced labor, and other charges. And she said, quote, I feel that my heart is in 2 places, Drea Kelly said to Good Morning Britain, y'all. She said, my heart definitely goes out to the survivors and the courage that it takes to come forward and tell the story. But my heart breaks as a mother because this is now the legacy that my children will have to deal with and their children's children. She said, at the end of the day, you cannot walk away from your bloodline. She said, I have the ability to separate and distance myself from it, but his blood runs through my children's veins, and it's part of their DNA, and they couldn't escape it even if they wanted to. She said, so it's very difficult, y'all, for her to sit in that position. Now, the sentence is expecting, y'all, in May in 2022. But she said this, y'all. She said, I can only speak for my journey as his ex-wife and a survivor and an advocate. She said, but I think that goes for any child, you know. And she went on to say, you know, she got 3 kids from them. They have 3 kids together. She said, it doesn't matter, y'all, if your parents have a problem with drug addiction. You are still going to love them because they are a part of your DNA. She said, you share their blood with them. She said, I support my children in whatever they feel because at the end of the day, whether he ever sold another song, found guilty or not guilty, what is true and what will always be true is that it's their father, so they have the right to feel whatever they want to feel, unquote.
Wow.
Yeah, and they have 3 kids, you know, Andre Danielle, I mean, you know, they have Joanne, Jaya, and Robert Kelly Jr. And, you know, they got to deal with this.
All the women that he messed with, how he end up marrying her?
Well,
she must have.
Well, she was a backup dancer, first of all, Rick. She was a backup dancer, and he married her at the beautiful age of 22.
And you know, she was really young. We was all on tour together.
100 women say, I want to marry you. What you got to do?
Yeah. Now can't nobody move like her now. She can dance her tail off.
And there you go.
She used to be on tour with us when we was touring with him, and I was on tour with Biggie, and we was on the tour at the same time, and we saw her a couple times, and then she was never to be seen again. He cuffed her up quick, and he had to get a new dancer and everything. We was like, where'd Drea go?
She over there at the castle.
Yeah. She could dance.
Yep. He fell in love with her though and had kids. I guess that was the one for him.
Yep, 3 beautiful kids. But could you imagine, though? I mean,
and her daughter's a singer too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they have to be out in the public, especially the junior, Robert Kelly Jr. I mean, you know, so it's interesting. But they still, I'm sure they still love their dad, regardless of the situation, even though it's something to deal with publicly, though. But we're just gonna keep them lifted up in our prayers. And Andrea, as she calls herself, is a very nice lady. I met her a couple of times.
Yeah, she is.
You know, so
her and her daughter was growing up hip hop with us. They're good, genuine-hearted people. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then my final story, baby, Amber Rose. I don't know if I like Amber Rose anymore, honey, because Amber Rose, honey, she's speaking out, honey. She's talking about, all the guys that she was with, and honey, how she's changing love and going through love and whatever. And she's talking about, honey, how she's like some of the men she dated. She has a finesse for cars, y'all. Now, Amber Rose is talking about her new Rolls Royce, honey, Dawn, honey. And she said how she loved her Dawn, this and the other. They're saying how she's worth $12 million. And she talked about her impressive vehicles. Now, she has a Jeep Wrangler wrapped in pink, honey. She got a Ferrari. She said that she got a Lamborghini. She got a Spider. And she got a Cadillac Escalade. But what really bothers me the most is I think she copied off of Judy.
No, Gary, women have cars. Women get
But
money.
the same color, Brad?
Well, it don't matter, Gary. It ain't that many colors, Gary. People like the same colors sometimes. It's okay. It's enough out here for everybody,
If I
Gary.
had all them cars, if I died, they had to bury all them cars with me. They'd be the biggest hole in the cemetery ever.
Bury you sitting up in one.
I'm
Had
telling
your
you.
funeral like that.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, she just got brought up the same blue and everything. I thought that was a special colored car, honey, but honey, she got the same
And that
color.
bothers you.
Actually, the color Judy has, it's only one of those in America.
Well, girl, Amber Roses look like the same color, Brad.
When she got hers, it was the only one in America. So.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You always put me in check, baby.
No,
All right.
you know the facts. That's all.
You know them rappers. You
yes,
better leave them alone for she make one phone call. Gary.
Don't
Put him
do
in
it.
check,
I'm
honey.
scared. I'm just scared, Gary.
Please feel for me
Don't
because
egg
I'm
that
even
on.
scared of her.
Don't do that. Ain't right. You ain't right, Rick.
I'm like, I ain't moving out the building, baby. Now I didn't say the
Call
wrong
Miss H.
color. Okay. Now the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today is Adobe. That's the color. On the high end, you say Adobe, and on the low end, you say beautiful reddish brown. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all give it up for Gary with the C.
One time.
All right, 13 after the hour, y'all. I got your wake-up call. Hit me up right now, 8669-RICKY, 8669-RICKEY, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Time to wake up.
All right, y'all, time for the wake-up calls. Let's go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes up would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
This is Courtney from Orlando. I want to say good morning to my two daughters, Sophia and Isabella. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is a fly fee. Like I said, wake up to my mama do. Wake up, wake up, wake up, dude.
Hi, I'm Annette calling from Battleboro, North Carolina. Waking up my grandsons, Jaden and Nolan in Richmond, Virginia. Happy birthday, Rodney. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
So I want to say wake up to my family in Miami-Dade County, all the kids going to school. My mama off today. But I want to give a shout out to everybody in Miami-Dade doing what they got to do. And shout out to all the people who got all the food stamps, but y'all still buying all this store brand products. Wake up and get it together.
Charleston, wake up. Baton Rouge, wake up. Tallahassee said, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Come on, Montgomery, wake up. Columbus, wake up. And Albany, wake up.
Come on.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, appreciate it, Brad.
You welcome, Ricky.
All y'all to say. Loving the Lord, loving Him every day.
Yeah.
Don't you look no more. Keep your eyes on Jesus.
Yes.
I love the Lord, loving Him every day.
Wow.
Yes.
Don't you look no more. Keep your eyes on Jesus.
Yes.
I say love the Lord, loving the Lord every day.
Yes, we do.
Don't you look no more. Keep your eyes on Jesus. Loving the Lord, loving Him every day.
Yes, take it up. Go ahead.
Don't you look no more. Keep your eyes on Jesus.
Yes.
Loving you every day.
Come on, Alto.
Don't you look no more. Keep your eyes on Jesus.
Take it lower. Take it lower.
Loving Lord, loving Him every day.
Yes.
Don't you look no more. Keep your eyes on Jesus.
Come on, tenor. Yes.
Loving Lord, loving you every day.
Baritone.
Don't you look no more. Keep your eyes on Jesus.
Yes. You better hit all them notes, Miss
Lord,
Bernie.
loving Him every day.
Tuba.
Don't you look no more. Keep your eyes on Jesus.
Ooh, wee, Miss Bernie.
Yeah, I can get on down there.
Yes.
I can get on down there now.
Yes, you can.
Oh, I sung all parts in the choir.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah. Good morning, Janie.
Good morning.
Yeah, just another day that he woke me up this morning and slid me in my house shoes. Here's our church announcement this morning, Janie. Govern yourself.
Accordingly.
And due to COVID concerns, the senior citizen trip to Nassau, Bahamas has been changed to Pensacola, Florida.
But they paid their money already, and most of their mines went bad, so we just gonna tell them that they in the Bahamas anyway. Once they see the water in the beach, they ain't gonna know the difference anyhow. You understand what I'm saying, Brad? It don't make any sense. Go all the way over there. Just take them right there to the beach.
Right.
Right down there in Pensacola. They ain't gonna know the difference. They mind bad.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, and your mind get bad, you start repeating yourself. Loving the Lord, loving Him every day. Don't you look no more. Keep your eyes on Jesus. Yeah, keep them in prayer, because when they mind just be going back and forth, they go from one thing to the other, one thing to the other. Now, on the sick and shut-in list, we have the pastor's first wife, Barbara Ann. You know her, Janie?
Yeah.
She left him and married his cousin James. But now she's going blind in one eye and got gout in one foot.
Ooh.
The pastor's second wife, Gladys, is Barbara Ann's half-sister and used to be married to James' brother Marvin, but got 3 kids with James' cousin Eddie, who used to be married to Gladys. So we gonna pray for all of them and hope they don't ever have a family reunion.
It's gonna be a lot of confusion.
Loving the Lord every day. Don't you look no more. Keep your eyes on Jesus. The funeral service for Sister Marsha Hampton's son, Martravian. The funeral gonna be Saturday, Janie. You going?
Yeah.
He was only 27 and had just got out of prison 3 weeks ago. And he lost his life after his Dodge Charger went off a bridge during a police chase. And he had been locked up for selling crack in front of a daycare center, setting a hair salon on fire, carjacking an ice cream truck, hitting a mailman with a baseball bat, throwing a box of puppies off a 5-story hotel balcony into a swimming pool. But his mama said that he had a good heart and he got to know Jesus at an early age. And I'm going to sing at the funeral, Janie.
What you gonna sing?
Loving the Lord, loving Him every day. Don't you look no more. Keep your eyes on Jesus.
Hey, let's see, Black Tony, what's up?
Shawty, at this point, Shawty, I'm just exhausted. I'm not even going to lie to you, Corey.
We exhausted. You not coming to work, man. Who calls in sick every day? Bruh, it's Wednesday.
Shawty, just so you know, Shawty.
Are you calling in sick or are you taking a personal?
Shawty, I'm not sick. I got a situation. I'm not sick. I'm fine, Shawty. I'm good. But what? I'm emotional wreck right now.
Why?
I'm emotional wreck right now.
What's up, man?
Because my stupid uncle, Shawty. You know, sometimes you don't feel like you the only responsible person in your family. I'm the only responsible. I'm the most
if anybody in your family more responsible than you, because
I'm just saying, Shawty, I feel like I'm the only grown up in my family, Shawty.
What happened?
My folks be doing some stupid. My uncle, Shawty.
Yeah.
My uncle, you know, he a borderline crackhead.
Yeah.
And he be over to the gambling house.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday he be at the gambling house. I'm so upset right now. He over there shooting dice. He know when he get high. I said, look, when you get high, you can't be shooting dice. Because you can't shoot dice when you high, so.
Right.
Everybody can't shoot dice when they high.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that or not. But everybody can't shoot dice when they high.
Right.
He a guy, and he shooting dice over there. Done lost all the money.
Uh-huh.
Then done lost his car.
Uh-huh.
And now, so I get up the money. Man, I said, where my great-grandma at? My great-grandma. He talking about she gone. I said, what you mean she gone?
Oh, she passed away?
I lost my great-grandma in a dice game.
Wait a minute, hold on. She didn't pass, your great-grandma didn't pass away?
No, she ain't dead. She over there. He had to give her over there to the folks. He lost. She got to work for them now.
So he done pawned off your great-grandma in a dice game. How old is your great-grandma, Black Tony?
She 86. And she over there cooking. I just went over there to see what they let her go. She in the kitchen cooking cleaning some greens and got some meat in the sink.
She got some meat in the sink.
And she cleaning some green. They gonna make her make dinner and just make her stay over there. I don't know.
What kind of meat she got in the sink?
It's a roast.
So she finna make them roast and some greens.
Yo, but she made real good greens. Everybody knows she made real good greens.
So how long she got to stay over there?
I don't know. They ain't up yet because they was all drunk last night. So they still sleep, but they got up working though.
But they won't let her leave.
No, because he lost in the dice game.
Don't grab that.
Now, all you black folks, I suggest you get away from all these white folks. Not you, Stephen. You right where you belong. Cora, before you go, will you tell Miss Laura goodbye?
Do what now?
I said tell Miss Laura goodbye.
Bye, Miss Laura.
Brett!
What? Bye, Miss Laura.
Do what now?
Gary! All right, coming up, y'all, prayers for Jada. We praying for Jada. I'm going to tell you who she is next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 5 minutes after the hour, y'all. This segment is being brought to you by Bank of America Customized Cash Rewards Credit Card. You can earn 3% cash back on online shopping, making the essentials even more rewarding. Copyright 2021, Bank of America Corporation. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. The prayer warriors are being solicited, y'all, again this morning, y'all. It's being reported, y'all, that rapper Little Baby's baby mama, Miss Jada Chavis, y'all, has been reportedly arrested in Jamaica, y'all. They're saying for allegedly bringing firearms into the Caribbean nation, y'all. They're saying that now, honey, Ricky, if you could help her out, she's reaching out to Vice President Kamala Harris, y'all, for help, honey. They say she needs the Vice President for help. Now, they're saying, y'all, that she was took a trip to the country to celebrate her 24th birthday, and they say she arrived on the island in style, baby. This girl was in a beautiful private jet, honey. And they're saying, honey, according to the report, Jada was arrested while vacationing. Now, they're saying that the reports claim that she was detained for guns. They say she thought she was in Atlanta, but they say she wasn't. They say it also states that firearms are licensed in the United States, but they were brought to the country unauthorized. And they're saying Jamaica strictly forbids importing or possessing firearms in Jamaica without prior authorization of the Firearm Licensing Authority of Jamaica. Now, they're saying
you got to tell them you just can't handle.
Yeah, they say if you bring a firearm component, firearm parts, or ammunition, even a single bullet to Jamaica, you will be arrested and persecuted. And they're saying this will result in a large fine and or incarceration for an unspecified amount of time. Bringing mace, pepper spray, or knives into Jamaica without authorization will lead to arrest, y'all. And they're saying right now that she's trying to reach out to the Vice President asking for help in this international matter. So if y'all know, if anybody could reach the Vice President to call him, help Jada out, because she needs to get help from the Vice President.
Yeah,
you think Kamala help her, Rick?
Yeah, you have to call the AKAs and tell them to call Kamala Harris.
Oh, the AKAs.
So I don't know. Yeah, you just can't. You know, when you travel and you take your gun, you have to check it in. I check mine in at customs.
Yeah. Well, bless her spirit, honey.
She got to have one, because just in case you have a pirate or something.
Yeah. All right, then. Okay, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, Ray J is back, and he is definitely speaking out, y'all. Ray J is saying that he is single once again and has wiped his Instagram. Now, they're saying, y'all, that there are no pictures on his page and in his bio. He said he is separated and single. Now, in March, we all recall his beautiful wife, Princess Love, filed the dismissal papers in February, and Ray J signed off on it. Now, they're saying Ray J originally filed for divorce in September. He said, quote, "You know I love her and I love my babies, and it's just personal, but she knows how I feel about her." He said, "I just think that I want to make sure everybody is happy, that everybody enjoys life, and that this can help her smile more and enjoy who she is and enjoy her life." He said, "You know, sometimes that's the best thing."
I would have went to all kind of therapy to keep her. She's so fine.
Yeah.
I'd have went to Fix My Life. I'd have went to Dr. Phil.
Come on now, Fix
got
My Life.
The vaccine, took some pills, calm down pills, whatever. What you be taking care of?
Some lithium,
some lithium.
You mellowed out.
I'd have balanced all the way out just to be with her. She's so cute.
Yes, Lord.
You
And
can't
then
let them go. See, he'll be with somebody else, but she gonna be on his mind always. She gonna
always.
bring.
She's a beautiful girl.
Yep.
And in my final story, y'all, the Dumb Donald story, Dallas Cowboy star, how you say his name, Rati? La'el Collins, y'all. He's been suspended, y'all, after he allegedly tried to bribe, y'all, the league's drug test collector. Now, it's saying ESPN reporters that players cannot be suspended for positive marijuana tests under the NFL's collective bargaining agreement. But they say Collins missed several tests and then tried to bribe the test collector, y'all. But listen to this. This is so beautiful, y'all. They say he was going to be suspended by the league for 5 games, but took a settlement, y'all, which reduced it to just 2-game ban. Then they're saying Collins then appealed the suspension, and the appeal was heard by the arbitrator appointed jointly by the league and the NFLPA. They're saying his appeal was rejected, and his ban was increased back to the original 5 games.
Man, oh my God.
Isn't that beautiful, y'all? They're saying he served, y'all, the first game of suspension last Sunday, y'all. And then they're saying he's going to only lose $2 million. They're saying his guaranteed worth is $6.48 million in his 2022 salary. Isn't that beautiful?
Man, when your grandma go in there and take the test for you and her urine come back positive for marijuana, that's when you come to love it. Like Big Mama, Big Mama ain't know you was back there smoking, back there going to bed early at 6:30 watching Wheel of Fortune smoking weed.
That's old school.
Yeah.
Blaming it on everybody else.
Get your baby urine.
Smoking in here.
But they gave him 2. They worked with him out to give him 2, but then he went back and did something dumb. Now he got all 5 again. I mean,
hey man, everybody trying to buck the system.
Yeah, I guess he bucked it, honey. $2 million later. But congratulations, La'el. He did a great job. All right, the Kalua. The Kalua today, y'all, is one of my favorite Kaluas. My Kalua today, y'all, is Adobe. On the high end, you say Adobe, and on the low end, you say beautiful reddish brown. That's your Kalua for today.
Hey, Gary, have you ever seen the movie? What's the name of the movie, Brent?
It's called Apocalypto.
Mel Gibson.
Man, that's a good movie.
When I tell y'all, if you
it's one of
you got American favorites, right? Coming to America, The Color Purple, Shawshank Redemption, Tombstone. Right. These are movies that when you
Jerry
flip
Maguire.
And what?
Jerry Maguire.
And this one,
Apocalypto.
I promise you. I promise you.
When you start watching it, you can't stop.
You will be glued forever. That would be one of your favorites. That is the outside version of Shawshank Redemption. One of those.
It's the ultimate survival movie.
But you have to know how to read because it's going to have some words in there. So, Gary.
Some subtitles.
What'd you say, Ricky? You know how to read?
Get Booty Eating James to go in there and read it for you. Read the captions.
Damn.
When they be out there in the woods and stuff. Or whatever, yeah.
Mel Gibson produced the movie.
I didn't know that.
And I heard it was like banned off of some streaming service. Like Netflix won't carry it.
Because nobody like him. Nobody like him. Mel Gibson always
it's so gory.
Right.
The movie is so good, though.
It's one of the best movies I've ever seen. Make sure y'all watch it. It's fan. They got a whole fan base that love that damn movie.
Yeah.
It is like one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Me too.
All right, y'all. 12 minutes after the hour, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all. Listen, now I have asked our next guest to keep it really, really, really real with us this morning. She is the president and founder of one of nearly 2,000 black-owned funeral homes in the United States. And she has seen the pain of coronavirus pandemic up close and personal. Ladies and gentlemen, a good friend of mine from Arrington Funeral Home in Birmingham, Alabama. Please welcome Rachel Arrington to the show. Hey, Miss Rachel.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. I've never been awakened by a round of applause.
Hey, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We want to talk to you. Want you to talk to us this morning about your experience and what you've seen personally dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. And we don't see it on the news as much as we did, but you are still very busy because black people are dying from COVID at a higher rate than others. Why is that?
They are dying so fast. First of all, I'd like to say, we have to recognize the doctors and the nurses who are on the front line, all the rescuers. They are the first responders. But you don't know, we've taken on a new title. We are the last responders. And why we have that title is because when you pass away from COVID is still very much alive. It's killing people daily, sometimes by the minute, by the hour. And after the nurses and doctors have done all they can do, it's not a family member there with you. A nurse has to ask you, what funeral home do you want to come and get your loved one? So they have to call one of us, one of the black funeral homes in the city. We are known as the last responder. I have seen families come into the funeral home. They have not seen their loved ones for 30 days. And the next time they see them, they are all dressed up, hair, makeup, lying in a casket. That's not a good feeling, ladies and gentlemen. Not a good feeling, simply because we won't go and get the vaccine. The vaccine, if you take the first shot, you have about 79% chance if you get the virus, you might live. But if you take 2 of the vaccines, you have a 96% chance that you won't even have to be hospitalized, and we could possibly, with that second vaccine, your life could be saved. But why this is happening, I don't know.
Ms. Rachel,
we see the TV, we hear the pain every day, every day.
So Ms. Rachel, most of the bodies that you have to go and pick up are the unvaccinated.
They are the unvaccinated. We have come across many people who are ill in the family. They have taken at least 1 shot. But what I'm saying, Ricky, is that if you have a loved one who goes to the hospital unvaccinated, and it's been 30 days since you've seen them, well, you are at home. You got 30 days to at least get that first shot, and by the time you see your loved one, you're almost ready for your second shot. And I ask the question, why didn't you go take it? Your husband or your wife is in the hospital for the past 30 days. You're ready for your second shot. I just don't know. I just don't know why. Well, if you don't know why, I tell people every day, go to the local health department, call your doctor, call a physician. Come and ask me. I've had 2. I'm getting ready to go take my booster this week. I'm going to take it.
I got to ask you this, Ms. Rachel. Do you know of morticians and funeral directors that have actually run out of room to store bodies or just extremely backlogged?
Yes, we are. There are many black funeral homes in Alabama, and I know many across the state in the northern cities across the state, across the nation. They have refrigerated trucks that are parked on their lot because they cannot accommodate the number of deaths that we're seeing each day. We don't have the room in the funeral home. I have been fortunate that so far I have enough space to accommodate the calls that I receive. But some of my fellow colleagues, they have to call in refrigerated trucks because, we're not going to bury it the next day. We've got to have that 5 to 10 day wait. We don't care if it's coronavirus or not. And the funeral homes are in danger of holding a coronavirus because we don't know how long that virus lives in the body after death. We have to handle the body differently. We have to, the guys and ladies and gentlemen that work in the back with the bodies, we have to wear special equipment. We have to protect ourselves. But still, we got to wait for Aunt Sally, Uncle Sue, Uncle John to come from up north. Well, they're going to come here. They're bringing the virus with them, or they're going to take it back with them.
Oh my! So you just saying that now you going out here, picking up dead bodies from the hospital, and all the people out here that with the skepticism, if that's the right word, being skeptical about getting the shot. And you seeing this stuff, Ms. Rachel, what do you want to say to them? And then people are asking to get vaccinated before they get put on a ventilator.
But what I would like for people to understand is that I believe in the scientific approach that has been made according to development and production of this vaccine. It has been proven for the past 18 months that the majority of people who die from the virus have not been vaccinated. They have not had at least 1 shot. But I'm saying to you, if you've had at least 1 and you get the virus, your chances of survival is a 96% chance that you will not even be put on the ventilator, and you can beat the virus. I'm not going to say that because you're unvaccinated, you won't get it. My thinking is that you're going to get it. even those of us that have been vaccinated, if I go to a football game, I'm surrounded by 100 people who have not had the virus. I come back home to my parents, my grandparents. 2 weeks from the day that I get back home, they're going to get sick because they didn't have the virus. But I brought it back home to them. So who knows whether they're going to survive or not. Chances are they are not going to survive. And with the new variant, you're not even living as long with just coronavirus. Coronavirus, you can live for 30 days, maybe get on the respirator, maybe come off or maybe not come off. But the variant, 5 days, 10 days, you're in the hospital. The last responder, we're going to be the ones to bring you out.
Before we go, Ms. Rachel, what's the saddest thing you ever seen?
The saddest thing I ever seen is having a spouse, I can't say male or female, standing over a casket, looking down on their loved one and saying, this is the first time I have seen you for 6 weeks. First time I've seen you. That's hard. That's hard. You have the children, the grandchildren, standing there, and they're all crying. And we're crying, too. Film directors, we cry. We hurt.
Right.
This is the business. We do hurt, too.
Ms. Rachel, it's always good to have you. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me thank Birmingham's Arrington Funeral Home owner, Ms. Rachel Arrington, who's a good friend of mine. We really appreciate you coming on this morning and keeping it 100 with us. We do not want to see you or your colleagues, before it's our time. So, y'all, make sure you go get vaccinated. Ms. Rachel, thank you. Top of the hour, y'all. It's time for Ricky's Quickies. Get at me, 866-9-R-I-C-K-E-Y. Let's go to the phones. Quickies.
My name is Dale.
Quickies.
Ricky, this is Felicia from Raleigh. I love you.
Quickies.
Rickey Smiley, I got a contract between you and me that says you do what I tell you to do.
Quickies.
Ricky looked like a premature salamander. His breath smelled like hot dog water and his feet smelled like cartoon.
Quickies.
Yes, my name is Lil Dara, and I want to say good morning.
Quickies.
Your mama, your daddy, your great granny got holes in the pants, got a big behind like Frankenstein.
Quickies.
I lost a lot of money and friends, but I just want my damn money back.
Quickies.
Your mama so short she farted and sprung her ankle.
Quickies.
Gary, watch your THs. It's them, not them. They, not they. It's sick, not...
Quickies.
Oh, to be glad, oh, to be glad, oh, to be glad.
Quickies.
You're gonna need an ocean of calamine lotion. Oh, then hey.
Quickies.
Eva, Natasha and Keisha, my nose is bleeding, riding around in the parking lot looking for you.
Quickies.
Hi, Ricky. This is your girl from Florida. I'm single. Are you? I got that blue pill.
Quickies.
Kiki, help me find my weed else. I ain't working today.
Quickies.
You told Hoppo to beat me.
Quickies.
Black pastors on Sunday morning. What robe should I wear today? Oh, what robe should I wear today?
Quickies.
That's the ain't talk too much.
Quickies.
Ooh, I sure hope it's catfish.
Quickies.
Rickey Smiley, this is Mr. Thomas. You ain't gotta do drugs.
Quickies.
Can I get a hard yeah?
Quickies.
If I done did anything to help somebody, I done did my job.
Quickies.
What draws shall I wear today? What draws shall I wear today?
Quickies.
Ain't no one coming to see you, Otis.
Quickies. Quickies.
Blue sweet. It's the sweet one.
I'm going hard, man. Sweet.
It's the sweet one.
It's the sweet one. Sweet. She said you must not know about me.
Yeah, but you know what, but Ricky...
She said you must not know about me.
Yeah, but you know what, but Ricky, honestly though, she's saying that, but it really kind of bothered my spirit, if y'all want to be really
Why did it bother your spirit?
Because she said you must not know about me, you must not know about me, but evidently he knew about her because he still cheated and she kept him.
She didn't keep him, she put him out.
No, she put him out, but Jay-Z is still at his house.
But that wasn't what the song was.
It wasn't about Jay-Z.
Well, from what I was told, it was about what the song was about.
She did Lemonade for Jay-Z. This is
No.
I'm so confused.
No, I'm not confused at all, honey. Y'all confused.
You may be on to something, Gary.
Break it down,
I'm
Gary.
telling you,
No.
because
Don't encourage him, bro.
Jay-Z, when they did the song Lemonade, honey, they did the song Lemonade because of what? Jay-Z cheated. Okay,
That was way after.
Can I just
It don't
can,
matter.
may
I
I,
don't
may
care
I
don't care if it was afterward, today, the next day. She still wrote the song Irreplaceable. And she still said that, honey, you must not know about
Let Brett come in. She's an expert on this, not you.
May I interject? This song was written by Neo and presented to Beyonce, and then she added her flair to it, her Beyonce swag on it. So
I don't know, Brad. I don't care if it was written by Jesus. Beyonce still sang the song.
But she wasn't singing it. But this wasn't about Jay-Z. We've all been through situations, Gary. We can write as artists about any past situation that brought us pain. This was not about Jay-Z.
But when you got listeners listening to Beyonce that love her dearly, and she's saying all these things to the left, and honey, everything in your box is to the left and stuff, honey, that means I'm listening to Beyonce because I'm listening to her saying that she went through this. And she
well, let me just tell you, Jay-Z was not rolling around in the car that she bought him.
Well, I tell you what, and when she also won another song, honey.
To the list, okay, we talking about this one. We talking about this one.
But let me tell you though, she said,
this one though. We
she said in this other song, you'll be rocking VVS Stones if I let you go. She put that in another song, which means the other one will be wearing very clear diamonds if she let him go. She wasn't letting him go, but then she said the back in another song to the left, so she's confusing the people.
No, you're confusing the people. We are confused because you're confusing everybody. Just be happy.
Then she told him to go ahead and call up the chick and see, honey, if she's home. Well, she was home, and he went there, but then you told him to come on back.
Cut this out. Please, don't do this, Gary.
Standing in the front yard telling me, honey, how such a fool, honey, talking about I'll never find no another man like you. She said, you got me twisted, but she still brought him home. She brought him on back home.
This sounds like a personal issue for yourself, Gary.
Well, regardless of that, honey, nevertheless, honey, it's not a good thing, honey.
She's not talking about Jay-Z. It's okay, Gary. Please,
he got a point. He got a point.
I think Gary got a point, Brad.
No, y'all.
Yes, I know.
Think about it, because even though this song was before Lemonade, you know, Gary has always said where smoke, there's some fire, right? So Jay might have told Beyonce, if you're going to call me out, you might as well put it on out there. So she said, okay, I will. I'm going to make a whole album about this.
Sure did.
And then he was like, okay, well, I'm going to make a whole album about it. You know what you want.
You even confused. Trying to explain to help Gary. So yeah.
I can't even have the audacity to be like a typical person about you must don't know about me. You must don't know about me. I have another you by tomorrow. Well, girl, she brought him back the next day, so she didn't have to wait till tomorrow.
This wasn't about Jay-Z. Another you was the Jay-Z that replaced the last one that didn't do right.
Brad, you calm down now. You know you just got in.
I ain't hyper. I've been in, baby. I've been here, niece. I've been in, boo.
Okay,
darling, I've been here. What?
You can watch it every night on This Nation. All right, y'all. Our next guest has an amazing story to tell. She is doing just that in a new book called Here I Stand. In a beautiful state in 2009, she had a near-death experience, was placed in a medically induced coma. Shortly after that, her marriage fell apart, and and her 12-year-old son lost his life in a lake accident. And you may know her as Usher's ex-wife, but she made a name for herself as a celebrity stylist, entrepreneur, and now author. Y'all, please help me welcome to the show the one and only Tamika Foster Raymond. Tamika.
Hey there. Hey, how are you?
Thank you for coming on this morning. How you been doing?
I'm awesome. How you guys doing?
We good this morning. Tell us about this book, and how did you know that you was ready to write your story, and self-publish, and what are readers going to take away from it?
I started writing my book when I was going through my divorce in 2009. I started writing it, and it was kind of like a diary, just writing what I felt and what I was going through. And at the time, I was going through so many different emotions that I was like, I don't need to put this out because I was in a negative kind of space.
Right.
Then, when my son passed away, I picked up and started writing again in 2012. And then this last 18 months, this whole COVID time, I said, you know what? It's time to go ahead and finish that project, put everything together, and create your book.
Well, in your book, Tamika, you are very open talking about the tragic loss of your 12-year-old son. What message would you have for parents living with this type of loss of a child? Are there things that you do to keep his memory alive?
Absolutely. Well, Kyle was 11, so let me just correct. He was 11.
So sorry.
No, it's okay. He was 11. I have a foundation in his honor, Kyle's World Foundation. I also am working on an animated project that is really, really nice. It's about a middle child going through just middle child stuff. It's very funny, very pop culture heavy, fashionable. And so that's called The Odd Life of Kyle Lyles. So hopefully the cartoon will come to fruition sooner than later.
So, Tamika, what's up? You spent years behind the scenes doing your thing, but once you married old Ush, you were thrown into the media. Ush. And in your book, you talk about all that shock and frustration and different emotions you went through from that. What would you say the hardest part about that time in your life was?
I just felt very lonely. It was hard because, I was going through, I was in a bubble. I was in a glass. I felt like I was in a glass jar. Everybody was just looking at me and, making judgments and creating all these scenarios about who I was. And I think the hardest thing was that my own sisters, was black girls. They did not support me. They, had lots of negatives to say, and they didn't know me. They just really had the wrong stories, I'll tell you.
So, Tamika, now most people know you as the ex-wife of Usher. Now, for other women who are going through or have gone through a divorce, what advice do you have about redefining yourself after divorce?
That's a loaded question, but I would say you have to move on. Number one, I've definitely moved on. I get a lot of questions like, hey, why do you still have his last name? Why are you still Raymond? I have children. It's such a headache trying to go to the passport office and change all your credit cards. And, when you get married, you just get the name. It's easier. And it's also I just filled out a field trip form. I had so many dang questions, but it was good. All the last names were the same.
Right.
It really does help. I think people overthink that little factor. Hell, I earned it too.
I know that's right.
Okay.
Well, you really got a bounce back story, and besides the release of your book, tell us what other good stuff you have going on.
Well, like I said, I'm working on my animated project. I have a clothing line called Eli Kish. Eli Kish is a loungewear, luxury loungewear, all silk and linens and all this loungewear. And I have Cote de Jour, my clothing line. So I'm in the fashion thing. I'm still doing it.
Hey, congratulations on everything. Ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much for getting up early to come on with us. We really appreciate you and we support you.
I love you guys.
Love you. And we love you back.
Love you back.
And, and we still praying for you because, that's some of the stuff you went through, especially with your son that you never get over or whatever. And I definitely changed my life because I'm always on the water, but I'm extra cautious and careful after seeing what y'all went through. So we just really love you and appreciate you. And thank you so much for joining us today. Let the people know one more time how they can get the book called Here I Stand in a Beautiful State.
Yes, it's available on TamikaRaymond.com. It's also on Amazon, but I prefer you go to my website and support us over there at TamikaRaymond.com.
There it is.
Right.
All right, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for Tamika Foster Raymond. All right, Rick Smiley on the show, 26 minutes after the hour, y'all. The segment's being brought to you by HelloFresh. That's right, this fall, HelloFresh is here to help me prepare quick and easy meals. Go to HelloFresh.com/Smiley14 and use code Smiley14 to get up to 14 free meals, including free shipping. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. Yesterday, Senate Republicans blocked a second effort by Democrats to lift the debt ceiling. The Treasury Secretary said that the U.S. would face default if Congress does not lift the ceiling by October the 18th. Meanwhile, progressive House Democrats are threatening to block an infrastructure bill, which is scheduled for a vote tomorrow, unless Democrats reach a deal on Biden's larger $3.5 trillion Build Back Better plan. President Biden has canceled a planned trip to Chicago today in order to lead negotiations with holdout moderate Democrats whose votes are absolutely needed to pass the plan. Now, in other news, top military officials testified before a Senate panel that they advised President Biden not to withdraw all troops from Afghanistan. Meanwhile, a motion hearing is set for tomorrow in the Judy Huth lawsuit against Bill Cosby. Now, she alleges the comedian sexually assaulted her at the Playboy Mansion back in '74 when she was only 15 years old. And last but not least, ending on a very high note, congratulations goes out to former President Barack Obama, who broke ground on his presidential center in Chicago yesterday. Congratulations, President Obama. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the Rickey Smiley MorningShow.com. Rock T, the sports genius. What's going down in sports?
Already, man. Let's start off with the WNBA playoffs, man. Got hot last night. Chicago Sky beat Connecticut. They take a 1-0 lead in that series. Big up to Candace Parker dropping 22 points. Courtney Van Sloop, second triple-double in WNBA playoff history. Las Vegas takes game 1 over Phoenix Mercury, man. Boxing great Manny Pacquiao, the only 8-division champion in boxing history, announces his retirement. And I actually believe him, man. I think he's finally done with the sport of boxing, man. 62-8-2 career record, 39 knockouts, won 12 major world titles, the only boxer to hold world championships across 4 decades, man.
Oh, wow.
So big up to Manny Pacquiao right there. Richard Sherman, hot off the press. This is Super Dave's favorite NFL player of all time. Richard Sherman signs with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. Tom Brady actually recruited Richard, said, man, you need to come on. We can use your help. Details of the deal have not been announced yet. He's not going to be an every down back. He's going to probably come in on nickel and dime packages to kind of help up that defensive back with the situation.
Yeah, I don't know. After the way he got burned in the Super Bowl. I mean, they had to go to the hospital to the burn unit.
They finally released him. They just released him.
He just got out of the hospital? Out of the burn unit?
Yes, out of the burn
unit. It's cold-blooded, man.
Yeah, man. He got burnt bad.
Y'all going to respect Richard Sherman, man. It is what it is. Last but not least, LeBron James recently revealed that he received offers to play for the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks during the 2011 NBA lockout. All right? He said he would have tried out for tight end if he decided to play. If y'all don't know, LeBron James is off the chain at football.
Oh, yeah.
He was cold-blooded in high school the whole nine, man. So I think he could have succeeded in the NFL.
I just wish he'd have joined a team and just play 1 year.
Like right now, he can pull it off.
When he retired from the Lakers, let him go to the Cleveland Browns and just play tight end.
Yeah, he can pull it off.
Man, I know he could.
If anybody can pull it off, LeBron
and let him get in a situation where they got to throw it to the end zone to win the game or whatever, and let him get over there in the corner, and then they got to jump up in the air and get the ball. Who you think gonna get it?
Throw it up. LeBron getting that bad boy.
Absolutely.
That's what it is, man. Follow me at Rock T Holla. Let's talk sports. Brad got the hot spot right now.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show at the bottom of the hour. The segment is being brought to you by My Computer Career. That's right, family. If you don't absolutely love what you do, make sure you go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today and become an information, technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Comedian Dave Chappelle is opening a comedy club in his hometown of Yellow Springs, Ohio.
Awesome.
And according to reports, Chappelle submitted plans to the Yellow Springs Planning Commission to open a restaurant, firehouse eatery, and a comedy club live from YS. As reported by Black Enterprise, both will sell food and alcohol and have indoor and outdoor seating, and there will be separate seating for live performances. Now, Chappelle's company, Iron Table Holdings LLC, bought the former fire station in December 2020, and the site will be home of the comedy club and restaurant.
That's nice.
Ain't that dope? It'll be open 7 days a week, and it will operate 4 days a week between 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. per the report. Now, Chappelle told the Planning Commission, I'm not just trying to make a club. I'm trying to make a way. I'm trying to make a venue for our talents to be showcased, as well as my friends' talents, so we can shine and be all the great things we can be in this world. That is so
nice.
So dope. Okay, the Harder They Fall trailer drops. Listen, this is not your granddaddy's Western, okay? Actors Jonathan Majors and Idris Elba are facing off in the first trailer for the Jay-Z produced film, The Harder They Fall. James Samuel is directing the Netflix Western, which also includes stars like Zazie Beetz, Regina King, Delroy Lindo, Lakeith Stanfield, Danielle Deadweiler, and Dion Cole. Yes, the film will premiere at BFI London Film Festival Festival on October 6th and will land on Netflix November 3rd. You know what, Ricky? What was you told? You said something happened to you. What happened to you last night?
No, I just been. I honestly been at the radio station since about 2:30, 3 o'clock this morning.
Why?
I had a little situation in my apartments where I live. Next door neighbor, getting beat up. Getting somebody their bed board, and I think our headboard is back to back, and she was getting dealt with. All right, I'm used to that, so that woke me up or whatever. But then somebody not beating on her door.
Oh.
So the dude over here just she getting dealt with. I don't know who. She's getting dealt with, so I felt sorry for her. I almost called the police. I didn't know what to do because she was getting dealt with or whatever.
Oh.
So the dude out there beating on the door. So I go down the little hallway with the wash and dryer. That's another door. So that door in the apartment complex put me right next door to her door. Right, that's the door. And I went out there and talked to the old dude. I said, bruh. I said, focus on yourself. I said, bro, you been out here knocking since about 2:30. It's about 3:15. I done got up and took a shower, getting ready to come to the radio station. I said, bro, just focus on yourself. Cause I said, if I knew you, I would let you come in here. I said, something going on. If I knew you, I would let you come in my room and hear what I hear. I said, bro, she ain't no good. And I said, whatever. And I don't know if I was trying to make her feel better, but I don't know, I probably made it worse. I said, she's not getting dealt with. And might have pretty much got his foot on her neck or whatever. And I can't make out the name. I would help you with that because the name is muffled. But they still going at it. So if you come back about 10 minutes, I don't know.
No, Ricky.
Yeah.
And it's
he out there beating on the door, and he ain't black, he ain't white, kind of mixed, kind of like a nerdy dude that she probably was in a relationship with. That be working at a hotel overnight. You know how them dudes they do the overnights at the hotel. They work at Burger King overnight. Yeah, he ain't fat, but he ain't skinny either, and pants just kind of hanging out. But he in love or whatever. But he stood out there. He just constantly knocking or whatever. And I couldn't hear the doorbell, but I could hear him out there knocking. Then he started beating on the door. And whatever they was doing, they didn't stop in there because I can hear him beating on the door, but she can't hear him beating on the door because she getting beat up. Her door getting beat on. So you got two doors getting beat on, and the door that's next to my bed is getting beat, and it was just too much. So I just got up and took a shower and got my backpack and came onto the radio station. Just went and took a nap in my office and then came downstairs. But it went down in apartment number 2. It went down. So I don't know what happened to everybody that's listening, but I don't know what happened in your house. I don't know what happened to everybody that's listening to the radio apartment. But I can tell you this: in apartment number 2, because I'm in apartment number 3, number 2, it went down, and she was getting beat. I'm talking, he must have had that foot on the neck. And then all of a sudden, everything get quiet, right? Before I left, and I heard something go.